At its best, paid DLC is a worthy expansion to the main game, adding new content significant enough that we don't even mind paying real money for the privilege of playing it.
You will find Beauclair has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
At its worst, paid DLC is Oblivion's horse armor, lest we forget. Guess which kind of DLC we're focusing on today? That's right, it's the downloadable content that we can't believe video game publishers had the nerve to charge actual real money for. Sit tight for the 7 most egregious examples right now, or if you'd prefer, you can pay $4.99 to skip right to the end of this video. Save yourself the time. Anyone? No? Okay, fine. Here's point 1.
I know I bang on a lot on here about the gulf between the Yakuza franchise's subject matter of brutal organised crime and its side activities, which are almost without exception charmingly wacky and utterly bananas. But in my opinion, that's what gives the series its unique charm, and nowhere is this better exemplified than in the karaoke side activity, where you can let brooding Yakuza enforcer Kiryu live out his rockstar fantasies, complete with OTT 80s music video. Or watch the violently unstable mad dog of Shimano, Goro Majima, transform into a roller skating pop idol thanks to the power of music. Anyway, karaoke is an important part of the series and makes a reappearance in the most recent Yakuza game, Like a Dragon, with a few new songs that don't disappoint in the video department. Beautiful. However, Yakuza Like a Dragon also offers a DLC pack known as the Karaoke set, which includes all the classic karaoke songs from throughout the series. It's a little pricey at £12, but if rhythm action games and karaoke are your jam, you might still be tempted to go for it. That is, until you realise that this DLC doesn't actually let you play these songs in the karaoke minigame. Instead, the songs get added to your in-game CD collection, meaning you can play them on the jukebox in the Survive Bar, the place where you go to hang out with your party between missions. Oh yeah, the Survive Bar has a pretty rubbish sound system, FYI, so the songs will sound dreadful. Yes, it is the only place in the game where you can listen to the songs. The music will stop if you go outside. Oh well, at least I can listen to the songs while I'm having the relationship advancing conversations with my party, literally the only reason to go to Survive Bar. Oh no, it switches back to the default music for the conversations. Cool. Hey, remember Majima's amazing karaoke version of Get to the Top from Yakuza Dead Souls? This is the face of a man who just paid £12 to remind himself that it really doesn't work without the dance routine.
Get the team ready, we're headed out.
Yes, sir.
You're the new recruit. Welcome to the JTF Wolverines. I'm Commander James Romer. Wolverines are a direct assault unit. We work for the SDF, UNSA, anyone with a bankroll to pay the bills.
If you spend a lot of time playing Call of Duty multiplayer, you'll know that you spend a lot of that time getting yelled at by a disembodied voice, who is there to tell you useful things such as the status of your UAV,
The enemy launched a counter-UAV.
and the status of the enemy UAV.
I have identified an enemy UAV in your vicinity.
There is a lot of talk of UAVs, basically. But one day, possibly while driving and listening to their $10 Darth Vader sat-nav voice, an Activision executive asked themselves the question, what if Instead of Gruff Army guys, those voices could be celebrities. And we charged people money to download those celebrity voice packs. And so, somewhere in the world, a finger on a severed monkey's paw curled inwards, and Call of Duty players were treated to downloadable voice packs costing $4 a pop that featured YouTubers, comedians, and rappers such as Method Man and, of course, Snoop Dogg.
Hostiles got Juggernaut on. Deal with it, player.
Okay, it's not that I don't trust you, Snoop Dogg, it's just that I'm not 100% convinced about your level of military combat experience.
Don't stop. Cap 'em and shank 'em.
Alright, fine, I'm on it. Anyway, although I can understand spending money on a voice pack if you're a big fan of the music of the Wu-Tang Clan, or the comedy stylings of Ken Jeong, I'm less sure of the appeal of the Grandma Knows Best voice pack, which makes the multiplayer announcer somebody's grandma.
My corns are killing me. You can go out and do all the heavy lifting.
I say somebody's grandma because that is for sure not what my grandma sounds like. I mean, accent-wise and stuff, she is always going on about UAVs.
We have UAV support now. Let's not just piss it away, all right?
Still, I'm struggling to see why Activision thinks anyone would pay £3.19 to have some random grandmother wittering at them while they play Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Sweetie, I'm so proud of you. Here, have some butterscotch candy.
Okay, I didn't realise there was butterscotch candy. I retract my earlier statements.
Do you not recognize me?
How'd you get uncyberized?
The one benefit of Quan Chi's process.
Round 1. Fight.
All the big fighting game franchises have their unique selling points, from Street Fighter's amazing ultra combos to Tekken's incredible stages, but if you're looking for a series that lets you split kick someone in half, Mortal Kombat is the game for you.
Yeah.
That said, performing a fatality isn't always the easiest thing to do, thanks to some complicated button combinations, specific distance requirements, and the fact that you only have a short amount of time to pull them off. That's why statistically the most common fatality is the panic, shuffle around, duck, and then punch your opponent in the face maneuver.
Finish him!
Devastating. Because of this, starting in Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat developer NetherRealm decided to introduce an easier way for players without the necessary powers of recall and dexterity to still achieve these anatomy lessons masquerading as finishing moves. The Easy Fatality system. Used by redeeming a token, Easy Fatalities just require you to press 2 buttons to trigger the horrifying animation that will end the round, so you barely have time to consider whether it's morally and ethically right to machine gun your enemy into some helicopter blades before it's already happening. Which is fine. I mean, as a concept, not for the person getting machine gunned into some helicopter blades. What isn't fine is the fact that these easy fatality tokens cost actual real-life money every single time you use them, and once you've used them, they're gone. If you want to do more fatalities, you will have to either buy more tokens with real money, grind for in-game currency to unlock them randomly in the crypt, or go and learn how to actually do the fatalities. And I mean, who has time for that? Not me, especially when I can reliably nail the shuffle duck punch move.
Finish him!
Owned. I think we can all agree that this is some prize BS, and it seems that NetherRealm learned their lesson, because in Mortal Kombat 11, you can't buy easy fatality tokens with real money from their store. No, instead you have to use real money to buy something called time crystals, which you can then use to buy easy fatality tokens. Much better. I mean for you, not for the person getting machine gunned into a helicopter blade.
It's enough of a hurdle to convince people to buy a regular piece of DLC, something that only exists either in the tiny computer brain of your video game console or as an imaginary license on an online service. What if the PSN suddenly shuts down? What if I move to a windswept shack in the Outer Hebrides that has zero internet connection? What if I can't connect to the online services because I'm engaged in a battle to claim the last remaining gasoline as roving gangs of self-styled road warriors tear across the wasteland? After 2020, I'm not ruling anything out.
What a lovely day!
These days, though, people do seem more comfortable with buying things that don't actually physically exist. I mean, who needs my DuckTales VHS and DVD collection now that I can stream it whenever I want? With this in mind, Gran Turismo 5 decided to take things to the next level with the Special Paint Pack, a $2 DLC that contained 100 exclusive colours of paint called paint chips, which you could apply to your favourite cars. This seems quite a silly thing to spend real money on, especially given that most cars you buy in Gran Turismo 5 have a sensible number of colour options to start with. How many different versions of red do you really need? Then you discover that those 100 paint chips you paid for in the special paint pack are single use only, meaning once you've used your favourite colour paint chip, it's gone forever, or at least until you spend another $2. But you know, fool me once, not only do your paid paint colours arguably barely exist to begin with, they very definitely do not exist at all once you've used them. Now yes, I understand that in real life, if you bought a tin of paint, it wouldn't last forever. But this is a video game where I can drive a 925 grand Bugatti Veyron, which is, let's be honest, also never going to happen in real life. I mean, unless anyone wants to buy these DuckTales VHSs and DVDs. Any takers? No? Donald's in it. You like him.
What the hell is it doing to them?
Even if you're not a completionist, most gamers know the joy of finding a game you love so much that you're willing to put in the hard work required to 100% it. Plus, there's a kind of serenity to be had picking herbs up here in the forest, is what I'm telling myself. Yes, another 0.001% towards 100. This is flying by. Of course, the relationship isn't just one way. As a reward for edging closer to that glorious goal of completing every challenge the game has to offer, most games will offer unlockable extras, such as cool new weapons, costumes, or behind-the-scenes looks at the development process, like concept art. In short, it's a way of cementing your relationship with your favourite games, earning you bragging rights, cool extras, and a deeper understanding of how it came to be in the first place. Or if you're playing the Resident Evil 3 remake, you can just pay £3.99 and skip the whole process entirely. That's what the All In-Game Rewards Unlock DLC for Resident Evil 3 does. Lets you bypass the tedious busywork of actually playing the game and just dumps all the rewards the game would give you for doing that directly into your lap. These rewards include the aforementioned concept art, as well as character models and all items available from the post-game shop, which feature a knife that sets enemies on fire and an infinite rocket launcher, both of which make the main game, which you maybe still haven't played at this point, ludicrously easy and probably not worth bothering with.
What the f was that?
And if you did buy this, Venmo me £5 and I'll play through Resident Evil Village for you and then tell you how it ends. Deal.
You like venture areas, don't you?
Huh?
You like them, right? Right? Hop on board if you do!
No,
Don't be shy! You can look without playing! I just need to get you inside to meet my quota! Check this out!
Your quota?
Oh, never mind that. Just talking to myself again!
If you say so.
When it first came out in 1999, Shenmue was groundbreaking in the fact that it had an open world that contained minigames that weren't essential to the plot. They were just there, and you could play them whenever. But you probably didn't, because they were boring. Anyway, these minigames became an integral part of the Shenmue experience, and appeared in both Shenmue 2 and Shenmue 3, which added some thrilling new games, such as turtle racing. I swear, if the Shenmue series turns out to be an elaborate prank, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyhow, as part of its downloadable offering, Shenmue 3 unveiled The Big Merry Cruise, which was a DLC that added a new location, which was a big boat containing all the game's minigames, in one place. Try and contain your excitement.
Welcome, welcome! Guaylene's biggest sailing venture is here at last!
Never mind that you can play all these minigames elsewhere in the game without having to shell out £3.29 of your own money to do so. Here, you can play Flower, Bird, Wind and Moon, race turtles, and of course, play Lucky Hit, an utterly random game in which you drop a ball onto some pegs. There are also 2 additional side quests in the DLC, but don't get too excited. One of them asks you to win a prize at the big wheel. Literally the only reason you would be here anyway.
Look, I'll take care of it, okay?
What?
I'll play the big wheel and win you another figurine.
The other quest asks you to find the world's worst kid, who is downstairs, because that's the only other location in the DLC that isn't this room.
Hey, Slowpoke, go get me some dim sum.
Why do I have to?
Because it's your fault. You didn't rescue me earlier.
Whatever you say. Let's get you back to your father.
I can make it out on my own. Later, Slowpoke.
Shenmue 3, I will pay you another £3.29 if I never have to see this kid again. Seriously.
Daddy!
Is this seat taken?
I'm not looking for company.
You're in Paris, my friend. In this city, no one drinks alone.
The Saboteur is a 2009 open-world action game set in World War II, in which you play as Sean Devlin, an explosives expert with a wonky Irish accent and a penchant for kicking chickens to death. It's also a game with, quote, adult themes, and you know what that means for games made in the noughties. That's right, strip clubs.
I've been watching you these past weeks. I have seen that you have no love for the Nazis.
A lot of your clandestine anti-Nazi activities in the game take place against a backdrop of smoky cabaret clubs, but if you're playing the vanilla version of the game, you'll find that all the dancers' clothes stay on for the duration. That's because if you wanted to see actual nakedness in your 2009 video game, you needed to buy a $3 piece of DLC called Midnight Show, which added nudity and subtracted clothes. Just for the dancers, that is. Sean keeps his clothes on for some reason. If you were wondering what else your $3 American buys you, the answer is a minigame where you can win a car, because otherwise they'd be charging you $3 for a nude patch, and that would be ridiculous, right?
Alright, keep your knickers on. I know what I'm doing.
Anyway, it's a moot point since the Saboteur's servers went offline in 2012, meaning that you can no longer buy this DLC, but it will forever stand as a monument to just what developers thought they could get away with charging people for in 2009. Also, there's still apparently a thriving market for these codes on eBay, which, I mean, have these people heard of Cyberpunk 2077? I'd pay $3 if it meant our characters' clothes could stay on and not glitch themselves into invisibility every 15 minutes. Seriously.
Whew, well, look at that. We made it to the end, together, you and I, at the end of the video. Well done, us. Thank you so much for watching this video from Outside Xbox. If you would like to watch another video, there are literally hundreds of them, all in a single playlist, and you can watch it right now. She's somewhere on screen. So click that for more videos like this one. And if you want to support us, do us a favor, why not subscribe? And also press the bell and ask for a notification so you will know every single time one of our videos goes live. That would be great. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again here on Outside Xbox.